live under the Saturday night lights. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, and shaman, and seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God, LILITH reincarnated, your spiritual psychoanalyst. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and my last short. I am just being forced to speak. My chest is on fire. My chakras are blocked, so they're just trying to get me to flow. I don't know. All I saw was, I'm going to pull a Kali card because that's always helpful. And I was seeing something about soul contracts. Do you know what a soul contract is? People that you were meant to meet in this lifetime, that are meant to, it's just a contract between souls. What was it? Gary's Tarot said it best. Who's Gary? He's Wolfman's gay friend. He said, this person activates or sparks your abandonment wounds, for sure. And it comes from childhood, for sure. Everything comes from childhood. Everything. Because if we were raised strong as children, we would have been able to address it as adults. I saw it in the Palladian book. It talks about soul contracts. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else it really speaks of them in here. I was going to talk about that. I wanted to look into the natal chart, but I don't remember where I saw that motherfucker either. I'm trying to focus my mind on some work, but I can't really. I went through a really bad ego death today that fucked me out. I've had a hard time pulling out of it. And as I was sitting there, I could remember doing this before. Like, I swear to God, I can tell you, but you'll never really capture it. The videos never do. I would go through one, and I'd finally be able to pick my head up, bro. Just kind of like open my eyes, blow my nose and get out of that thought. And I would fucking take a deep breath of a cigarette and be right in another one. In the beginning, it was like for fucking weeks and months. Just one after another after another. They were being magically infused, bro. Like I wasn't, I was under magical attacks. They were trying to stop my awakening. And by doing that, it's shoving you into your shadows because it's all consuming. People die in there. Drives you crazy. Makes you want to kill yourself. Makes you give up on life. It's really hard. I had a really rough awakening. I don't think anybody should have that one. And that's why, magicians and fucking cult, covens and cults don't fuck with me. It's like, Jesus Christ, nothing we send at her fucking, no, it hurts. Don't get me wrong, bro. Don't get me wrong. This shit hurts very badly. But I was born of pain. So what the fuck are you gonna do? Make me hurt more? You can't. Pushing it to the surface is just making me face it. If I was a deflector and couldn't face it, then they would consume me, but I have to face it. That's where the Holy Spirit comes in. I'm looking at this book. Maybe something in this book. What I go to? Oh, it's my back. My chakras in my back are hurting now. Sun magic, moon magic, breaking a spell. I don't want runes. I don't need the Greek alphabet either. Son of a bitch. Days and nights. Day and night. What is magic? Spells. Nope. Protection rituals. What is this? Remembrance. Remember me. Divorce or separation. Oh, a spell for it. Oh, God. Puberty rights. I have the right. Hold on. I'm really just trying to find... This is an encyclopedia of shit. I'm trying to find some astrology shit. Because I discovered today that my Pluto is in Libra. So I want to understand that more. I could have just went to Diana and told her to break that down, but it's better just to learn my own shit. Book of Shadows, that's all this is. Patchouli, I hate patchouli. Magic stones, healing. Developing psychic abilities. Yeah. That's funny. As soon as I said that, the Hall of Akashic Records. As soon as I said that, I saw reincarnation, karma, death. I saw a wolfman, how he's trying to develop psychic abilities. People want to have them. They don't want to do what it takes to have them. Which is like, you know, go through pain and suffering to be the light. Protection, self-defense. Come on, I don't need any of this. Maybe I should just look in the back. Oh my god, Becky. Osiris. No. What was I looking for? Natal charts or astrology? No. Alphabets. Egyptian hieroglyphics. Altar. There's a lot on altars. Astral travel. No. It's not in there. Why is this? Oh, yeah, it is. Damn, there's a billion pages of it. I'm going to go with 331. Or 333. That might be good. Let's go with the threes. Just more understanding. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing other than dying? Seriously? Seriously, bro. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing other than dying? 3-3. Okay. Get on my face. 333. Pluto is associated with exposing justice, revitalizing ideas, astral and dream experiences, hypnosis, surgery, legacy, taxes and insurance, exposing crimes and spiritual law. It is applied through the hours of Mars. Get on my face! What are the hours of Mars? I told you. Our days are numbered, bro. These are the days of the week, the hours of the day, and what planet rules over the day. That's your emotional chart there, bitches. You want to know why I'm so mushy? How I can go from fucking 0 to 100 real quick? You know what I mean? Look at it. That's every day of the week. You think that you think you're not. God dang it. The first 5 planets, excluding the sun and the moon, are sometimes called physical planets, and they're associated with the 5 physical senses. Mercury rules over sight, Venus over emotions and sensations, Mars over taste, Jupiter over smell, Saturn over hearing. Although the planet Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are not given space in planetary hour charts or assigned to weekly days, they do have influence upon humans and events. The 3 outer planets play an important part of human life, as they affect less physical and more spiritual matters. They can be used through the hours of specific planets. Alright, we brought up Uranus. We know we're in Uranus, all up in my ass, because of the King of Swords. We learned that last night. It rules over the human aura, and that's what we brought up in the Palladians. They said aura cleansing, intuition, and clairvoyance. That's your visions. It can cause sudden, unexpected events, as well as anything old, unique, and rather revolutionary in nature. It rules over occult science, metaphysics, telepathy, inventions, reform, natural healing. No chemical drugs. No chemical drugs. In the fields of radio, television, and computer, it is applied through the hours of Mercury. That makes sense because it's communications. Neptune is associated with mental perception and reasoning abilities, psychometry, psychic phenomenon, seances, perfumes, chemicals, brewers, and all parts of the fishing industry, and it applies through the hours of Venus. Interesting. Adversity-associated planets are primarily those. My fucking chakras hurt so bad in my body. God, it feels like I have, like, in my chest, it's like almost pneumonia or something. It hurts to breathe. And now it's in my Palladian chakras going off in the back. Oh, God. I'm gonna die. Adverse aspects, it's like you think you're going to burst out of your skin into some beautiful butterfly, and instead you're just dying inside of this fucking cocoon called life. Adversely, aspects aspected, I can't even speak, are primarily those in opposition or squared to other planets. For example, if you have an adversely aspect Saturn or Mars in your natal chart, I don't know. For example, if you have, some astrologers believe it's best to avoid using Saturn to avoid using Saturn or Mars hours. These astrologers believe that the hours of the planets are not fortunate to anyone. Yeah, this is a bad day. Why? Because it's a Saturn day, and Saturn's in our way. And then put on some extra Saturn hours and watch me die. They teach that the best planetary hours are those that fall between 10 a.m. and noon, provided those hours are not those of Saturn or Mars. This has not been my experience. When working with the proper attitude and caution, any planetary hour can be used to benefit the magician, regardless of the chart's adverse planets. Now he's really getting pissed. I could see Wolfman. What the fuck is she talking about? Hey, bro. I'm sorry that you can't understand this, but I've spent 3 months with a fucking archangel that's just shoving planets in my face. I'm sorry that this isn't going to make sense to you. I doubt it will. It's 11 dimension type shit. All you believe is a fucking tarot. The magician, however, must be well aware of the adverse planets and the plan the energy use in strict positive ways. This is particularly true of Saturn, which rules karma and karmic events. That's what happened. This is fucking so karmic, bro. And this is such a soul contract. God damn it, my heart. I'm in so much pain right now. The shit that's popping through my back right now is unreal. If you have an adversely aspected Saturn and working in that hour or on that day to help other people feel their karma immediately, you will find yourself dealing with your own resolved karmic issues first. Every fucking Saturn day. When choosing a planetary hour, I'm not working with the planets. They're fucking me up. I don't give a shit about what you guys do with this energy. I'll just let it flow, bitch. God. It's about talking spells. Okay, what was the other page? 30. I went to the right page, don't you think? My spirit said go to that page. It's about days and hours. I'm seeing it in another book. What book is that? Oh, it's the Dark Arts. Let's go back to this. Saturn. The week of Saturday, or the weekday of Saturn is Saturn day. Colors are black, indigo, while associated with stones like onyx, obsidian, jet, and star sapphire. The metal is lead. The tarot cards are the universe or the world. That's what mine says, the universe. And the 4 threes, which is what? The 3 of fucking swords in your heart. The 3 of cups, which is collaborations. The 3 of fucking wands, which is foundations. And the 3 of pentacles, which is, I think, stability. I don't really know that one by heart. And that's why I went to what? 333? How do you know this shit? I don't. It's just hidden inside of me. I don't know what the fuck they want from me. I have all this ancient knowledge and it's not really used. It's not working so well right here. What's up with the soul contract? I talked about it in that last video. I didn't step in for him because I was too weak. So she did. She took the contract. And now it's the same contract. But is it his or ours? Because when I first woke up, I saw this vision of having his children. I didn't see that vision with anybody else, bro. I was in a supermarket, me and my kids. And I looked over into this cute baby's eyes. And I saw this huge vision of having Bobby's children. It freaked me out. A week later, I was guided to take out my Nexplanon. Again, why would you think that? I saw what the future was, bro. You gotta learn to believe in the future no matter what the circumstance looks like. So then you see this, right? And you go back to where we are currently right now. I was like, you need me to be who she was, and I don't want to do that. But yet I'd still work throughout the week. I could see myself doing it. And that's because it was contracted. It's an equal contract of what we both need and want. He wants it, you know what I mean? He wants that family life as much as I do. It's actually completely aligned. The only thing stopping is the same fucking barriers from the beginning. The contract isn't dissolved. It's right there, and that's what I said. We went through all of this only to sign another karmic contract. But is it a karmic? Or we had to go through the karma to sign the contract. Which in essence is learn what it really was going to take for us. When he asked me in the beginning, bro, I said, what do you want from me? I couldn't tell him over the phone. I couldn't say it by words, but I sent a text after. I was like, I want what I was always promised. I want a good man to stick by my side and help me raise my children and have more. And his response was, I'm already married. Right? And that should have been like, no. Or something, but it didn't fully say that. And so that's where it was, this contract, this vision, this thing I've always seen. It's like, what is it? That? I seen it, bro, in the very fucking beginning. Just like all these other visions. So there it is. Do you go fill this contract? Do you go fight to help him a father and then stick by his side as a good mother? And he'll stick by your side as a good father? He has it in him. And he really does grow happiness of just spending time with children, similar to me. I woke up in that. It's like, oh God, I don't want to wake up. Everybody you meet is supposed to, you know what I mean? It's already ordained. They'll come into your life for a season and reason. Every single person, even the ones you're not even sure, but you can tell there's something cool about them. You get a cool vibe off of them the second you meet them. They call them stupid shit like soulmates and shit. Yeah, you can develop that if you work on it, but it's not necessarily meant to be that. Some of them are meant to. You know, like Roscoe and Lewis. Those are soulmates, bro. Roscoe said, alright, I'm going to take this form and hang out with you. Because in essence, they're, you know what I mean? Lewis would need a companion. And Roscoe said, I'll be the companion. The question is, do you believe Roscoe to be a masculine energy or a feminine energy, or just androgynous that was put in a male dog? Nevertheless, it was his best friend. And got him through, you know what I mean? Through all those years of his life. And that's it. It's like a contract. They're all souls. They're contracted to be in your life for a certain period of time, to teach you lessons, to be there, you know, to all of this. Soul ties. I have a soul tribe, 12 twin flames. As much as we appear to be extremely different, we're not. It's just the skin we wear. In essence, we're the only ones like each other. We can't find true connections with other people because they're not built like us. But through each other, we can find true connection because we're built the same. You would say just a bunch of random strangers, but it's not. It's a group of stars fallen in specific places. It's in your natal chart. Your destiny's in your natal chart, what you came here to do. I still can't even read one, but I'm following it. That's why I don't have a problem sharing my natal chart, because you cannot stop it. If I didn't know what to do and I wasn't being guided, then I'd have a lot of, you know what I mean? I'd be just as helpless as the rest of the people trying to complete their missions. Not even. I'm completely on track. And that's it too. Just go with the flow and you'll never fuck this up, bro. Just go with the flow. Let it flow, whatever's flowing. Realistically, I'm trying to point out to you, it's being pushed. It's not just out of nowhere. And it's not just you. It's an actual energy. That's what these tarot readers can show you. This is a collective fucking energy on everyone. Roles may be reversed. when this message gets to you. Meaning, you know what I mean? When it fucking gets to you, when this energy finally hits you. It could take a long time to travel through your chakras before it hits you, but it will hit you. It's in the atmosphere. It's in the atmosphere, bro. And so that's what it is. As these planets rotate, I'm seeing my chart. Oh, on this one. Astrology made easy. Where's the fucking Vedic astrology? Where's that chart? Hold on, I got another one somewhere. Oh, it's over here. Vedic astrology. It's the same type shit. They use Hindu teachings. Indian, Hindu, I don't know. Indian? I don't like the word saying Indian because they used it in two fucking cultures. The teachings of India. Is that right? No, because it's not limited to India. Whatever. Anyways, I don't even know what to fucking say. I can't say that this is... It's called Vedic astrology, but it's the same beliefs as the Buddhists. So how can we say it's... You know what I mean? How can we say it's Hindu? Anyways, I'm getting caught up on it. So this is the chart. And as you can see, again, they tell you that those planets weren't part of the chart. Alright, you see how this shows the planets are moving around us? So they're influencing us, right? I got caught up on these names pretty badly. But this is what it looks like. So you're born. And when you're born, you are made up of so many juicies. Juicy fruit. Taste the rainbow. Anyways, and that's what makes you... That's what that juice is literally the tree of life. You've come through the tree of life, and you're made up of this stuff. And you're lacking in some areas. So you have a purpose to fill your chart, to fill your cup. Right? So... You have down here, this would be your 12 houses. But as you can see, I can't figure out fucking Pluto in that fucking house. Why? Because it's absolutely not on there. So how the fuck am I supposed to know what I'm supposed to do? Then you have all the lunar mansions, which is the lunar phases, right? These are the fucking... It's unbelievable. All of this is happening. There's so much science to actual spirituality. And that's why I'm here with him, breaking it through. It's literally so much science into spirituality. And that's why, you know what I mean, the Jewish, the Kabbalah and the mysticism and all that shit. It's like, there's even science, you know, feng shui. What is feng shui? It's the movement of energy. But it uses numbers. I told you, he's all numbers and fucking planets, colors. He's the beginning language. Here it goes again, right? There you go. Those are the language of Metatron. You see them? You have to recognize his symbols and what they mean. So, going back to it, we're talking about Saturn. Where the fuck are you at, Saturn? Why am I not seeing you? Planet, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn. It's right there on the 7. Introspection, deeply felt emotions. Searching spiritual quests. Over-skeptical, withdrawn. You see, it shows you what your aspects are. If you have Saturn in your chart. Realistically, how much is in your chart? And that's where it is. It's like you could have a whole mess of stuff. I got a whole lot of Sagittarius in my chart. What is Sagittarius? Well, it's Jupiter, ultimately. Action, movement, travel, adventurous, love to travel, discipline, sensible, freedom. Negative, instability, unpredictability, radical, ruthless change, rebellious, compulsive. Is that Jupiter or is that Lilith? You know what I mean? Lucky days, 5th, 14th, 23rd. Lucky colors, all yellow hues. I know my mom always said I looked really beautiful in yellow and orange. It's my skin tone. Not compatible with number 9 people. I don't like you people. What's a 9? I don't know. A Neptune type person, I guess. And that makes sense. Poseidon. Fucking shit. Poseidon raped Medusa. We don't get along. Just saying. Eccentric aspects. Adds life to rigidity. Of the number 4, considered the first manifestation of spirit. I am the first manifestation. So that's how it works. Is there's so much fucking science. It's like, you want to learn tarot? Fuck tarot. I mean, yeah, we can try, but who gives a shit? So that was numerology we were actually looking at. Nothing having to do with astrology, but all of it is his stupid language. So yeah, I was trying to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do with my life, but you know, you just gotta let life be life. Like, when does this pass? And that's where my next question is. Let's look in the summit. We have to go through a lot of books. People knew what was happening. They have the answers, not us. We don't have the answers. We're looking for answers. Oh, there's my runes page I was supposed to pull out. Runes. Alright, what are we looking for? We're trying to find out where we are currently in this shit-ass energy. Tales and traditions. Virgo. We're way past Virgo. Maybe we're in the back of the book. We're past Maboon, right? Jesus, where are we? We're almost to Sahame. Yeah, there we go. New moon in Libra. Full moon in Aries. Nothing until then? What's today's date? Perform a spell to find a quiet place to connect with the lunar. I did that. I did a whole bunch of spell work on that one. New moon, October 21st. We experience a new moon in Libra known as the balance, harmony, and diplomacy. Libra encourages us to find equilibrium in our lives and relationships. Yeah, that's very highlighted right now. The energy surrounding this moon is focused on creating harmonious connections with others. It urges us to seek fairness and justice in our interactions, promoting open dialogue and understanding. It's an influence, bro, but for people that are literally, their antennas are totally turned off, like unfeeling whatsoever, do not expect an unfeeling, unawoke person to have any kind of planetary influence in their life, other than the karma. You're not going to see them move in the fucking, well, I mean, you're going to see them flare at a full moon, I suppose. But realistically, guys, don't get caught up on people's inability to move with their feelings. If you know a person to be emotionally cut off, then don't expect them to move with the planets. They're not connected, bro. This whole connection, bro, this whole thing is through fucking feelings. If you're dealing with a person that is emotionally cut off, you're not going to have any kind of spiritual connection to that person or any spiritual growth, because they themselves don't have a spiritual connection to themselves or anything. You could say narcissism if you want, just to make it super negative. But for whatever reason, like myself, I was not spiritual, very religious, but I didn't have a spirit of things. You know what I mean? I was cut off to the spirit of life. I was just living a life. And I want you to be aware of that, because you can get really hopeful listening to the possibilities of what this energy brings, but always keep it focused on it's bringing it to you. Don't expect this energy to move in someone else's life. And that's as simplistic as sitting in church hoping this message changes that person. They're not listening. You don't understand that. You can get your feelings real hurt. They're not listening. They don't have the ears to hear, the eyes to see. They don't even feel it, bro. Really? A good example is take one of these type of people to a concert and watch how focused they are on what's going on. Instead of just enjoying the vibe, they're fucking monitoring it. They're just all pinned in, watching everybody, watching everything. They're all logical. They're not there they don't know how to enjoy themselves. A person that can't relax is a perfect example of that. Someone that you can see is always thinking. They're not spiritual, bro. They're not in tune. Keep that in mind. It invites us to reflect on how we can bring more balance into our lives and address any imbalances or conflicts that may be present. And that's just it. You know, we're always looking for somebody, you know, and that's what, you know, Marshall. It's like we're always looking for somebody that can mentally, you know what I mean, combat us. Somebody that's on our level or even more extraordinary that brings a sense of attraction, because you're like me but better. Kind of that. You're always looking for that in other people. But you'll settle for the low vibrational people in their conversation. You'll sit there like Kanye at the Met Gala, dressed up for the occasion with no intention. You don't even relate to these people. Like, I didn't come here for this. I thought I came here for a good time. I didn't know that these people were in a good time. Having something in common isn't necessarily the most important thing, because it's interesting to learn about another person's life. You know what I mean? That's where that opposites attract. I can learn so much about you and your culture because you're not like me. It feels comfortable to be around someone like you, but at the same time, you're not learning from someone like you. The diversities of someone else is exciting and intriguing, to teach each other different things about, you know what I mean? You know, something like that. Symbolically, the new moon in Libra represents a fresh start for partnerships and collaborations. It encourages us to examine the give and take dynamics within our relationship and make necessary adjustments for greater harmony. And that's where you sit down and you fucking work out the terms and agreements of this contract that you're going into with this person. And that's what you don't do. You just fill it out and you let people step over your boundaries because you don't want to start no shit. You never told them from the beginning that you didn't like that. You didn't set no boundaries. You didn't set no expectations. You didn't set any understandings. I'm just going to, let's just see how this goes. Well, do we want it to go a certain way? Are there things we'd like to avoid? Are there things that you don't want to happen in this relationship? How about restaurants you don't like? You know what I mean? Simplistic things like that. You're supposed to discover it, but in the discovery, bring your resume here. Your list of demands and wants and needs and desires. Your flexibilities and inflexibilities. This dating profile should be a little bit more, it should have a couple chapters to it rather than just a front page. This is it? This is all you're about? This is all you want? This is it? In the sense of, when we're talking about this give and take dynamics, it's like you really need to sit down with people instead of just jumping into their lives. Or just trying to bring them into yours, not realizing. And that's where we're like, why did I bring them into my life? It wasn't that why. It's that, you're all shocked because, their behaviors or something. It's like, we can, hold on here. This is an opportunity to mend any strained connections or initiate new relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Hey, I know that's hurtful for you guys, but when I get to a place where this didn't work, I've got to believe that God's got something new. It's in my programming. It's not against you. I'm not against rap. I'm not against rappers. It's reprogramming my mind that God's got something better. It's not to mean that you know better than you. It just means that I'm programmed that way in all areas of my life. It's like if this didn't work, he's going to bring something that does work. And that's really, I have to believe in something new. Because if I keep looking at the past, I'll give up. I'll give up. It didn't work with us. And that'll make me give up if I don't believe that it'll work with someone else. Sorry, I don't mean to hurt your feelings like that and always be praying that God brings me somebody new. It just means that God keeps this going and I don't have to feel like this. You know what I mean? How often does he really bring somebody new? He does. He brings people for me to give attention to and affection and get me excited on. They're not keepers. He's not letting me keep nobody. It's a fucking one-night stand in my head. Sort of. It's a mini connection just to keep my fucking, just to keep me entertained, I suppose. They never actually last for anything. Never good for anything. They are, in the sense of, that guy, never talked to that guy, never talked to him before, never ever. But that little fucking connection, that was a fucking soul contract. You're gonna walk up on her, you're gonna say some inappropriate shit and make her feel better about her life. That's all you gotta do in this life, is walk up to her and say something that'll make her feel better about herself. What do you say? You want to have sex? Nobody's ever said that. And that's it. It's like you feel comfortable to just tell a stranger that. Obviously he didn't feel that I was a stranger if he wanted me to, to give myself to him in such a way. And it was just that. It's like, I needed that in my life. I needed that in my life. I needed you to come in at that very moment and say those very things. And sometimes it's not exactly that. They say something else. It's like, fuck. I feel really seen right now. I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. Changes my way of life. Really? Yeah. And then I just look the other way as much as I can when he's around. Why? I don't know what it is. I said it. The sentence is still there. It's like, we can't pretend like you didn't say that. But I appreciated that you said that. It made me feel good. But, it's like, well, you didn't make me feel. I did. I just want to point out, why the fuck do I look just like your fucking girlfriend, bro? That's trippy as fuck. That's trippy as fuck. She looks just like me, dude. What the fuck are you doing? Maybe you... Whoa. Don't pattern on me, bro. I saw her. She looks like me, bro. Totally. I even did my hair like that, fucking 10 years ago. She looks just like me. That's creepy. It's not cheating if I look like her. I don't know, bro. That was creepy. But that's what it is. These people come into your life, rock your world, teach you some hard-ass lessons. Fucking, then you gotta move on. It's really what it is. I mean, in the essence, what good came from me knowing Russ? I learned a lot of great lessons from that guy. I didn't need to know you. In the essence, it's like, how the fuck did I ever talk to you? No, you learned a lot from that person. I learned too much from that guy. Oh God, my Pirate of the Caribbean. I'm never gonna unsee that. You could cut your hair and everything. I'm gonna be in 55 years. I'm gonna be like, remember Russ and his Pirate of the Caribbean stage? Why did I meet you? Love and pain, bro. Joy and pain. That's really what it is. You annoy me, but you bring a lot of joy when it's all done. God, he's a dork. You're a dork. How many of those things do you own, bro? Tried to reinvent the do-rag, I suppose. I heard doo-doo brown. See what I mean? I can be in a dark place and laugh at Russ. Like, oh, here comes this pirate looking for some fucking booty and some coins. Oh, Russ. He stands back when I'm hurting like this. He's like, oh, she'll take this shit out on me if I say one thing to her. How's your song doing there, Russ? I want you. You're always good for a laugh. I'll see you next Friday. Not this one, dude. I'm playing around. Alright, speaking of Libra. It encourages you to have better relationships. In terms of ritual or spells during this time, one can focus on enhancing their social justice efforts. That's what they said last time. I was like, what the fuck did that mean? And acts of kindness or advocating for a cause related to equality and fairness. Additionally, incorporating rituals to the Venetian nature of Libra. Are we talking about the morning star? Are we going to be embracing the Lucifer nature of Libra, or which part of it? Pampering oneself through self-care practices such as indulging, and I'm down with this, luxurious baths, practicing mindfulness and meditation, or engaging in creative activities can help align with the nurturing energy of Venus. The actual planet itself is a fucking planet of fucking shit. It's funny to think that it gives off all these loving energies until you try to land on that planet, and it destroys you. By leaning into the Venetian nature and prioritizing self-care, while also addressing social injustice issues, we can harness its transformative energy for personal growth and positive change. What kind of fucking social justice issues? Is this in your own personal circles where people, you know, are being foul towards each other and you have to, like, stand up for your friend because somebody's bullying them? What is this? First off, I'd have to have a circle to actually, you know, stand up for something. I'm always standing up for something. Turkey vulture. I don't know what that is. Shouldn't there be something in here for... I guess we just have to buy the new book. Does it say anything for Saham, Maboon, and dice? Read the dice. There's something we don't do. Divination with dice called astrogalomacy. Okay, wait. There's no O. Astrogalomacy is memorizing what the pips on the different dice mean. And they mean different things on the different colors. Okay, I am so not learning how to divinate with dice. Sounds like somebody that plays craps. Like, come here. You know the dice real well, huh? You know how to roll the dice? You roll the dice and I'll shuffle the cards and we'll see if we can win fucking Vegas. Alright, that didn't tell us shit. Just that it's the end of the world and we've got to keep living through it. Well, damn. Let's go back to my Kali card. Going back to Kali. I don't think so. Oh, God. Hey, that's a pretty card. Yeah? Yeah. I like the next one better, though. I like this one better. I'll fucking cut you. This is the Kuchu Lane shit. Or this is the fucking Shiva shit. Play dead, motherfucker. I'll kill you. I will kill you. You can't stop me once I'm going. You won't like me when I'm angry. I mean, I saw when I got angry at the fucking mechanic and all the clouds and all of that shit, that was a little scary. And that's why I told him, get back, bro. I'm not controlling the weather. Stand back. Just fix the fucking car. Stand back. Stand back. And that's where I saw it. The weather was turning on top of me so quickly. I can't get angry. I can't get any of that. Why? Because I am the essence of magic, dude. My thoughts create real realities outside of me. I can't think it or it will be. It's like, why did you even think that? Oh, God. And then I'll sit there quietly like, I wasn't thinking nothing. Seriously? So serious, bro. They tell you all the time that your thoughts create your reality. They just don't tell you how... Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. You have to stop that shit right away. And in my case, right away. I can't be thinking like that. I'm seeing how I got him. It's like, you're going to get fucking booty burn. And you're going to get this. Why? Because I thought it up and I knew it was going to hit you. Hey, how'd that go? Oh, man, you're going through such a midlife crisis, Wolfman. You really are. You're lost in the Amazon trying to find your identity. There's no girls out there. And if you have sex with a tribal woman, you're going to be in deep shit, bro. Really? Why? Do you know where AIDS comes from? Realistically, how does that happen? Because the men are having sex with the animals, bro. Are you serious? I mean, do you have to ask? It goes all the way back from Adam. They'll stick that thing in anything. They're disgusting. Men are so awful. And that's how it is the women weren't fucking the animals. The men were. And they would bring these diseases into the women. Truly? Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to be fucking around in places like Africa and shit. What the fuck you think you're doing down there? You better not get your dick wet down there. That thing will die. You better keep that thing locked up. Tied up. And this is talking about a guy that, lets it hang off of his bike all day. You're in deep shit. I think my awakening is going bad. How's yours going? On page 177. Alright. Kurukulla. Alright. Focus. Kurukulla. Okay. She is vibrant red, pulsating with the feminine power of enlightened activity, infuses our hearts with the capacity for sacred sorcery to conjure and create. I told you. I can't. It's like you have all this power, yeah, and it's just wasted in my heart. Like I'm over here dying over imaginary boyfriend problems. You gotta keep me focused on healing and not, I'm not supposed to be creating anything from an unhealed place. That's just it. It's just that simple. To receive the divine inheritance of blessing and support for sacred fulfillment, certain karmic conditions that resonate at a lower frequency need to be cleared away. Fuck. Told you. You're karmic as fuck. This whole situation is karmic as fuck. This is karma to both of us, and it's toxic, and it's painful. Why don't you guys just stop talking to each other? Do you think we haven't tried? Do you think that we haven't tried to just forget about each other? To just move on? Do you think we haven't tried? You tried to blame me last time and say that it's my fault because I keep messaging him. Shut up. You shut up. Shut up. I have the messages to prove that all the times that was your fault, blame shifter. We've tried everything. This is karma, bro. We were meant to meet in this lifetime and suffer. Lovely. The lesson is to release, to receive. Kurukulla symbolizes a time of rapid movement in your life path and freedom to attract what you need and want. However, you must be willing to let go of negativity and that which no longer belongs in your world. I'm done. I'm logging off now. I did my job. Are you serious? Yeah, we'll just save this for tomorrow. I mean, do I have to teach you the lesson that I already learned? Or is this just confirmation of what I already had to teach you? What part of me took over? The Kali. Going back to Kali. There's lots of parts of me. If I let the Kanyen in, we'd be all fucked. Just sitting around fucking all lovey-dovey and shit. You gotta fucking pull out the sword sometimes. Cut through the bullshit. And that's it. No, we're having this conversation. This is it. No more running from it. This is it. Kurukulla is a shamanic folk goddess who was adopted into the spiritual traditions of Hinduism and Buddhism. That was me. I was adopted into this shit. A Christian fucking female was adopted in. Kurukulla is one of the Kali Nitas and the medicine goddess of the waning moon cycle. Whoa, are we waning? A powerful... Where's the moon? I don't see the moon on there. I don't know where we are right now. I think we're waxing. Waning is building up. Waxing. I don't remember. Hers is the realm of the magnetism and charisma, spellcrafting, and the power of attraction. That's what it is. I can do all that. I send it all. And I told you, it's all magnetism. And spellcrafting, yeah, it's just putting your intentions in and turning up your attraction levels. Why? Because you're just an antenna. You're setting out frequencies and returning them. It's like a Morse code. Beep, 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 beep. She has the face, 3 eyes, 4 arms, and the skin is deep red. In Tibetan Buddhist medicine, red is associated with the power to attract and the power to subjugate negative energies. Her hooked sword represents her semi-wrathful nature. She can magnetize or repel as needed, overcoming negativity in all dimensions from every direction. Kurukulla sounds fun. What are you going to be for Halloween? Kurukulla? What the fuck is that? It's an ancient dark goddess. And reverend as a beguiling yet potentially ferocious emancipation of the otherwise serene goddess, the Red Tara. Is that what we're integrating? I've touched it many times but not actually put it on yet. With her short fangs exposed and an expression somewhat between friendly and fierce, her 3 eyes, she sees all and frightens away that which causes trouble while attracting that which enhances joy and bliss and sacred passion. And that's it. I have an equal repulsion for my attraction. I'm trying to repulse the people away from me. It's only those of love and light that come up smiling. This lady came out of nowhere today asking me about my car and if I fixed her tire. Just all smiley. Hey, how are you? I've never seen you in my life, lady. I was kind of like a little thrown off. I really didn't know why she was asking me about my car. Where's your car? Did you lose your car? Who are you? What are you talking about? And she was using words I didn't fully understand in Spanish. So I was like, I speak Spanish, but I don't understand what you're saying. I learned it in Mexico. I don't know what you're saying. And she was pointing to the tire, and I was like, she was just using different words. Again, Venezuelan Spanish is different from Mexican Spanish. It's just different words. So I didn't understand. But I didn't understand why she was asking about me. I didn't even know she knew me. I never saw this lady, but apparently she knew that I was struggling with my tire. Maybe she was the wife of the man who helped me. I don't know, but she came out of nowhere when I was just sitting there looking pretty hateful. And she, spread some love. Really? Yeah, I didn't know where that lady came from. One of the powers of the Kurukulla bestows is the ability to remain open to life without fear. Sometimes, due to past experiences of pain, we close ourselves off of life in effort to avoid further harm. And that's exactly what happens. You shut down. And I was going through a shutdown. I'm like, fuck, I'm shutting down real hard. I can't stop this. I can't. Because in essence, I can't. The shutdown is because you can't take anymore. You just got to make sure to figure out a way to open back up. But understand there's a reason you shut down. You don't want to. You know what I mean? Like Bobby, he shuts down every time we get around each other. I mean, he came back within a week. That was impressive. It usually takes him weeks and weeks to come back. He shuts down. It's too much. It's too much to cope with, too much to think about, too much to deal with. So I'm just going to shut down until next week. Let it all fall. And that's what it is. He always says that. Just let the dust settle. What are you talking about, you dust ball? It's still dusty out here. In doing so, we may unwittingly close ourselves off from the gifts meant for us. While seeking solitude and sanctuary as a time to heal is a wise practice, we need to take care that we remain open to life. I had that earlier. I just couldn't. I took a nap and I just didn't want to get up. I just laid there and I just stared at the wall for a long time and I was like, no, there's no life out there. I'm going back to sleep. The world doesn't need me, and I don't need anything from the world. So I went back to sleep, and then I got up again, and I did the same thing, and I was like, God, just get up. I went outside, and it was fresh air. Apparently it had rained, and the stars were out already, and I sat near the kids that were playing, so that way I could feel some good energy. They're happy. They don't think about life. They're just in their imagination, giving off giggles and imagination, fun things. That was it. We need to balance a heightened need for personal space, essentially for particular sensitive souls. That's me. I have to close down, dude. Otherwise, if I don't close down and deal with this, I'm going to put it on you. I'm going to explode on you. And that's where it is. I'll tell my kids, leave me alone, bro. I'm hurting. And when you're hurting, again, you act in anger. You don't mean to. It's just outbursts. It's like you just don't want to be bothered. You're just trying to deal with your feelings. Anything that comes near you while you're doing this is just extra. I don't want to hear your shit right now. I don't want to. And luckily I can do this quite well, and I remove myself and I can process them pretty quickly, but sometimes. And then like on a day like today, I crawled in bed and then I looked up, my son was passed out next to me on his phone, and the dog was right there. It's like almost like, it's like their soul kind of gravitates. I don't know, my daughter probably kicked him out, and he just was like laid down right there next to me on the phone, and he passed out. It's just like, this is just, we need to relax. Now he wakes up and he wants me to give him an energy drink. I'm like, I'm not giving you an energy drink. You're crazy. Have you up all night and shit. Anyways, you need to learn how to do that. Some people run to people when they're going through things. They need that support real bad. But what you're doing is you're letting people in too deep, bro. You need to learn how to support yourself, because those people, first off, you're dump trucking them. Second, you're making them responsible for your fucking decisions. And third, what are you going to do when those people aren't available to handle your problems with you? It's good to have people. Trust me, it is. But don't abuse that relationship to run to them with every bit of your problems. You have to learn how to start coping with them using the words that they said. Because in essence, they've told you a million times, and now you're back with the same shit. They're going to keep telling you because they love you, but at the same time, it's like, how many times do I got to tell them? Be honest. You do it a lot with some people. You take every one of your problems to them, and you dump them on them, and you make them responsible for your problems so that you can feel better. And all you did was dump truck them instead of dealing with your own fucking feelings. Truthfully, just be honest. And that's where, a therapist, no, they're fucking trained for this shit. That's their fucking job, bitch. Your job is to listen to how fucked up I feel. That's your fucking job. That's not everybody else's job, bro. And they don't have the mental capacity or the emotional capacity to understand you. Just keep that in mind. Otherwise, we could experience depression and profound fatigue through essentially cutting ourselves off from the revitalizing nature of life itself. And that's what happened. I went into a huge depression and went to bed. Couldn't get out. They're signs of grief. What was it? Look at the whole lead up to it. I had to make a very difficult decision to stand up for myself and cut myself off from love. The only little bit of love I was getting, because I knew it was toxic. So in essence, it's like, I don't feel good about this, and I still got to find a way to give love without receiving it. And that's typically what I do anyways, but it's just, really heartbreaking when you thought there was a possibility. Kurukulla's ability is simultaneously attracts the beneficial and repels the negative in the extraordinary blessing. Her spiritual talent allows us to pursue our path with eagerness, openness, enthusiasm, while trusting that any exploitive, sabotaging, or otherwise unworthy energies will not be able to cause harm. And that's really it. It's like nobody can come into my field and make things worse. I only, And even that, it's like, you just can't. Negativity can't come in. I deal with the negativity that's in. I'm not calling in new negativity. If you have felt an inner conflict and around being open, but have also felt a need to self-protect, perhaps due to your sensitivity to psychic energies, the Oracle brings peace. In connection to Kurukulla, we can powerfully defend without being defensive, and incredibly open without being vulnerable to negative influences. For the sensitives and the empaths among us who struggle with picking up unwanted energies from others, she is a glorious savoress. She empowers openness and combined with effective boundaries. This brings more peace and relaxation to the heart, which in turn enhances our capacity to attract what we wish in our lives. And I just want to point out, since I started reading this, I don't feel anything in my body anymore. Nothing. No, my heart's fine, my back's fine, I feel fine. It's all out of there. While Kurukulla carries a bow and arrow, which symbolizes her power as a warrior goddess, her ability to set us on the right course. Her aim is always true, her delivery swift. When we connect with her in a reading, our progress shall be rapid like an arrow speedily flying through the air. I'm seeing the Eight of Wands, which is the arrows of love, but that's also Sagittarius. We shall hit our mark because one direction is correct and our focus honed. Her presence supports us to gain clarity on where our energy needs to go and clear away distractions or ineffective methods and strategies. When she appears in a reading, be ready to move swiftly in the opportunity that arises and feel faithfully aligned with your heart. Her presence also signifies that if something isn't resonating, then do not hold on out of fear. Let it go. Trust that the divine knows how to resolve any complicating factors. I'm being guided to say this. I had spoke with someone earlier today that was interested in doing a healing session with me. They're like, how much do you charge? I don't. I'll take donations, but I don't charge for your healing. It's like, what's going on? They're in a bad relationship, and everything about her is telling her to leave. And even her therapist, and she doesn't know what's keeping her there. And that's what it is. You have to write this down and understand what's keeping you, and it's fear. What are you afraid of? You're afraid of leaving. Why are you afraid? And I was like, don't feel bad. It's in the energy, bro. It's happening to other people. I've had to walk. That's what it is. It's like, why don't you want to leave this? Despite her status as a goddess of magnetic attraction, Kurukulla does not resonate with clutter. Her fierce side repels it. This allows us to align our energies with what's truly serving our soul and to have the courage to release everything else, if it has already been cleared through circumstance beyond our control, which tends to be evident of her protective divine handiwork. Release and you shall receive. I told you. I'm seeing Bobby in this. It's like, I asked him for a lot, but it's not that he doesn't have it in him. He would just have to push himself to be a better man with me. And that's it. And that's the same thing, too, as what we saw. I'd have to push myself to be a better woman for you. Better than I am. It's two ways, bro. When you want something better than what it is, you have to become better. And sacrifices equal rewards. That's where it is. And it's like, he has an opportunity. He has to sit with all of this. It's like he knows his battle. He cannot battle this battle. And he can just stay in it for the next, until his kids are 18 and then try to, quietly leave the battlefield all beat up. And so I was like, you're a wounded warrior. Or you can, you can suit up and ready to fight this battle. But you're going to need God on your side. Otherwise, your mind's going to tell you you're going to lose. You need to have the belief of God that you'll win. But you need to understand what you want to win. You just don't want to lose. Why does it have to be a fight? I don't want to lose my children. That's a fear of what was put in you. Did you ever really lose them? You know what I mean? You fought to have, have them in your life, but you know what I mean? Nobody can take them out. Not really. I don't think so. Not given your current situation. But in essence, you'd have to become a better father. You'd have to become a better lover. You'd have to become a lot more. If you got out of this, you'd have to, And that's where it's that thing. It's like, God, if you let me out of this, I swear to God, I'll never do this again. That's where I was sitting this morning. I was like, God, if you let me out of this, I swear I'm never going to put myself in this kind of position again. And then it's going to take you a lot of work not to be in that position again. It's the battle. I'm sure there's a whole lot of men on my page that are rooting for you. And there's a whole lot of men that are stuck just like you. Should make you feel better. I mean, that's really what it is we're supposed to support each other through these fucked up, stupid, fucking mundane battles of our mind and our life in the pursuits of happiness. Everybody, not just one body. It doesn't matter. You inspire them to greatness, bro. You push them. For me to tell you to stay, that's just mean. That's worse than saying clean your chakras. It's saying there's no hope for you, bro. You know what I mean? There's hope, but you're gonna have to fight hard. What's going on? I thought something inappropriate the way she said that. Alright, invocation. Visualize, intend, feel, or pretend that there is a vibrant ruby red light shining in your heart. It changes the color completely. You may see two beautiful eyes, like a wild cat's, shining from the center, an open third eye gleaming back at you. Perhaps you sense tiny white fangs as her beautiful mouth curls into a smile. Kurukulla in your heart. Say this prayer. Kurukulla, beloved goddess of attraction and subjugation. I invite your sacred protection and wisdom to manifest in my life for the spiritual benefit of all beings. I open myself completely to life, held safely in the ruby red sanctuary of your being. Clear my path to true bliss. Ma, my heart dances with yours in happiness and grace now. May all beings be liberated joyfully into your blissful nature. Hai Ma Kurukulli. Her luscious ruby red light shines through your being, spreading her joyful, courage and bliss. Her blessing and protection through all dimensions and in all directions brings benefit to all beings. You may sense shifts as negative energies are controlled and then repelled, and a luminous grace increases joyfulness. And then there's a mantra to say 11 times, which we're not going to do. Finish with your hands in prayer, and you have completed your healing process. As much as it sounds like we're reaching out to something outside, it's just my higher self that was already speaking to me. Now this is, again, this is me speaking to me that's not incorporated in me fully, right? But it's still in me. And that's why it's such confirmation. It's like my heart knew. The heart of Kali knew that this is what was happening. I had a higher knowing that it needed to happen. It needed to happen. The scary part, and that's what I'm crying about, is like the universe and the world. All endings are just new beginnings. Even though this ended, it just is going to start a new fucking chapter of shit. And that's what it means. But you have to be open to new shit, new possibilities, instead of looking at it negatively, like this is going to bring up more bad shit. You have to see that this is going to bring up real good shit. That's that pessimism in the mind and all that shit we were talking about. I said it in my post. Again, I posted it. It'd be so much easier to just be crazy. To just, you know what I mean? To just be crazy. How do I know? Because it was. When I lived life crazy with a personality disorder and completely disassociated from reality, I managed quite perfectly. Granted, I wasn't happy, but I was, in some terms, successful at just being a normal person. I had to be crazy to be normal. And ever since I took off that crazy, nothing is normal. The world makes you crazy, or you become crazy being part of it. It's just like, you know what I mean? You're about to do some crazy shit. No, everybody does it. What are you talking about? That's crazy. No, that's what we do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's go back to the Tide Pods. You sit back there, if you've never seen someone do it, you're like, that's fucking crazy. What the fuck were they doing? They're crazy. And they spread that craziness among it and became a normal thing. A crazy thing became normal. Like eating men's buttholes. That's fucking crazy. That's only the animal shit. What the fuck? Some guy told his girl to do it. And then they told everyone about it. And now everybody thinks it's cool to do. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And they'll make you think it's crazy because you won't convert to trying it. You won't be like them. They'll make you feel bad because you're not part of them, because you don't participate in the crazy shit. I'm seeing pickle bars. The fuck is that? That's what I said. It's a fucking bar where they pickle all of the alcohol. It's all with pickle juice. Why? I don't know. That's crazy. Don't knock it till you try it. So now they do something crazy and they try to convert everyone into being part of this crazy movement. And now it becomes a norm, and now you're crazy for not being part of it. It started out as craziness that you made normalcy, and it never was. That's fucking crazy. We normalize the crazy, bro. It's better. It's easier to be crazy than not. Really? Yeah. How many other fucking things that our people do that's fucking crazy, but they do it all the time. I'm seeing this other one. I'm seeing Kanye especially. You know, that was fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Kanye is like literally the only fucking person we know on the planet that had an addiction to laughing gas and got caught trying to buy fucking tanks and tanks of laughing gas. That's fucking crazy. No, I'm gonna try to mass manufacture this to the people. That's fucking crazy. And then I'm seeing the underwear. They have camel toe underwear that small girls buy to have a big pussy. What? That's fucking crazy. And then imagine when you take your underwear off and he finds out that you're 11 years old. You don't have a grown woman's pussy. You have a little 11-year-old pussy, and I feel like I'm raping a child. No, thank you. They've made underwear for that. And in China, I really want to know. I'm going to leave the comments open for anybody that wants to drop this one on me. In China, they have vending machines where they sell women's underwear. Not to women. Women don't go and buy their underwear out of this vending machine. Men buy women underwear out of a vending machine. That's crazy. What do they do with them? Are they wearing them? What are they doing that it's so normal that you can buy it downstairs in a vending machine? You could just go buy yourself a new pair of women in panties downstairs. Oh, I need to run by the vending machine and get some panties. Why? Why are they selling panties in a vending machine in China? Is it in China? I don't know. Nobody's listening to me. They never are. Can somebody tell me this? Why are they selling underwear in a vending machine in China? Or isn't that in Japan?
Because they have a high population.
They have a high population of underwear? Strippers? So they're for women? Women are buying the underwear?
No, it's men. Have you seen the men there? They're all... People touch themselves. It's full of weirdos and 18 plus dollars. That's the entire... That's the entire business is sex things. Everything you buy, that's a sex toys from Japan or China. That's where all the people who
I don't see Japanese people or Chinese people as very sexual. I think they're just making money off of, you know, it's a myth. I never seen them as very sexual. I know that you sexualize Japanese and Chinese women because they're real beautiful. You sexualize them. And these are exactly the women I was talking about with those funny underwear. I don't know.
All the men are. The women are. They're all used.
Used underwear?
Yeah.
Are they really?
Probably.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Are you serious? Yeah. Where'd they get the used underwear?
From women.
What do they do? Oh, God. Oh, God. My head hurts. Do you see what I mean? I'm having a hard time living in your world. They can accept it. Oh, no, it's just how it is, Mom. It's normal. That's what they do out there. That's what they do.
That's their whole business. That's what...
Oh, God. And yet, I'm the one trying to check into a crazy ward. I just feel like I don't want to go out there anymore. Jesus Christ. Where's the meds? Alright, we're going through that, and soul contracts, and sometimes they come to a close, and that's done. I would never have to deal with you again in my life. That contract is closed. We could say it was the fucking restraining order that closed this contract, but it would, whatever it takes. The contract's closed. You're not allowed to re-enter my life. You had a little portion of time in my life, and now it's gone. I have, only so much space in my life. A space, it's a one-seater rocket ship. My kids and my spirituality take up a lot, realistically. That's just it. It's like, I saw the bigger thing. I saw it. That's what it is. It's if I would have, you know what I mean? That's what I said. It's like, you need me to be her. You want me to sign up to be her, which is basically, that's what you needed. You needed what you needed then. You still need it. You need the same shit. Damn it. I don't know, bro. I can't really understand. I don't know. I feel like this is, I don't know. It's a choice to be made for sure. You gotta make yours and I gotta make mine. And that's what it is, Bobby. You could stay in there unhappy and just try to stick this out for as long as you can. But you need to break free for your own reasons, not for me. You need to break free because nobody should have that kind of control over your life. That's the same thing as Russ. It's not because of that. Gambling?
Yeah, gambling.
I don't know. I'm sure there's some Bible that would tell you. I've never seen it in the Bible.
I feel like that would be great, huh?
No, greed is wanting more, but it's frivolous. It's ungratefulness when you're just throwing money to the wind. I'm not really sure. I'm sure there's some kind of... I'm still trying to find out where they said homosexuality is in the Bible.
It says that a man shall not live with another man, so basically you can be gay, you just can't marry another man and have sex with him.
That's just your interpretation of what some man wrote in that book.
Yeah, you're just not allowed to have sex.
I bet he was in bed with his lover, his male lover, when he wrote it down.
You're supposed to be single as a gay man forever. You're allowed to be gay, you're just not allowed to have sex with another man.
I don't want to know about the LGBTQ rules of other countries or biblical times. It doesn't apply in Jesus' time. Alright, I'm done. I'm going to go. What did we learn? I don't know. When it comes to me, I'll put it in there. What did we learn? Leave that. I really can't think. I can't. My head hurts. I love you. Later. Bye. I'll see you for Sunday Fun Day.